Hey guys, it's Ash. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot of TikToks lately. I've been more active on Instagram, YouTube, and Blue Sky somewhat. I downloaded Mastodon. I don't know if I like it. And I'm still waiting for Skylight Social to come out. But I want to keep encouraging you to be a part of the resistance. And the only way that we're going to invoke change is by revolting and resisting. And one of the ways that you can be a part of that is on Friday, February 28th. We're not buying anything. They don't care about us. They don't care about your farm. They don't care about your grandparents. They don't care about your kids' lunch. They don't care about the planet. They don't care if your drinking water is poisoned. They don't care if you breathe in noxious fumes. They don't care if all the bees die and we lose pollinators and we can't grow food. They don't care. What they do care about is money. What they do understand is money. And that's how we have to get them. We have to hit them where it hurts. In their wallet and in their pocketbooks.
If you wondered, why is no one coming to save the US? Why is no one coming to help us as we struggle through democracy? I'm going to explain that right now. And if people from around the world would like to affirm this, I would be super appreciative, because most of us do not know this history. Quickly, for those who don't know, Americans are raised to believe when we go to war, it's usually a just cause. We're helping people with their democratic needs. We are fighting against other people's tyranny, their communism, their dictators, whatever, not understanding that the US has put those people in positions of power in the first place. This is also going to explain the concept of third world countries if you've ever wondered why those exist as an American. So since the 40s and 50s, the US has been brokering import-export deals with different countries. Usually they are chasing their oil, their bananas, there's some sort of good that we want more of, cheaper and sooner. And if people are like, actually, no, we want better terms for our people, we want good wages for our workers, the US will remove the head of state and they will install someone who basically functions as a puppet. They will bankroll this person with what we're now seeing is sometimes US aid. They will just kind of bankroll the money and the citizens will starve. They'll go broke. The economy will collapse and the US will get what they want. They'll get the cheaper bananas. They'll get the cheaper oil. And this is how it's been for almost, 50, 60 years? When these corrupted leaders fail, what happens? We see resistance groups rising up, trying to rebel and restore the country to its people. And who brokers arms deals with these groups but the United States? Inevitably, when the resistance groups start to gain some traction, the US goes, oh no, the government is in trouble. We should go help them. And again, what happens when the US goes abroad to help out with democracy? We end up doing things like destroying libraries, cultural centers, buildings, whole families, and we'll reduce a country to nothing. And then we'll set up a military base with a reason to, monitor everything to make sure everyone gets back on democratic track. Notice it takes a very long time for them to do that. And people are often very angry. And so if you've ever wondered why are people destitute and furious with the US, this is why, because we create a problem and then we rush to solve it. If you are noticing now the same pattern of US internal policy, we are now creating a problem and rushing to solve it in the worst possible way because capitalism rules everything around us. If you're wondering how accurate this information is, I urge you, ask a veteran. People come back really messed up after tours abroad because they know what they were sent to do is not what they ended up having to do. So what do we do with this little history lesson? Well, first, we have to understand no one is coming to save us. The US must save itself. No one is going to aggress against one of the largest military powers in the world, especially with bases in every country. So we must take care of ourselves. And of course, people are cheering us on because they don't want this to be happening. And there is a general feeling of, we hate your government, we love you, which feeling's mutual, guys. If this was interesting and kind of thought-provoking for you, I urge you to share it. And if you know Americans that need to see this, also please share it so more of us can get on the same page about what we have to do.
There's a hiring freeze on the Veterans Crisis Hotline. What does that say? If you are still a trumpet, you cannot say that you support our service members and our veterans. It's antithetical. The VA is a threat because it serves as a shining example of what socialized, tax-funded, free healthcare in this country can do. I'm not a veteran. I have a lot of friends who are. A friend of mine just got sinus surgery. Free. He didn't have to pay for it. My fiance has received services and testing free. Another one of our friends has had multiple surgeries on their foot. Free. They served. And now we serve them. But that's a threat. And the only reason they would want to fund the VA less and prevent hiring for the Veterans Crisis Hotline, the only reason can be is they want our veterans to off themselves. They don't care. They don't care that they went to fight in a war that they thought they were helping people. They thought it was for democracy and freedom, when really they were fighting to line the pockets of contractors and businesses. They don't want to take care of you. You're one more medical bill to foot. Keep fucking going. You don't deserve to die here. Not like this. You didn't deserve to die over there. Your friends didn't deserve to die over there. And when I say you didn't deserve to die over there, I mean parts of you. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. You didn't deserve that. You don't deserve it now. So keep fucking going. If they repeal income tax, that effectively repeals Social Security and Medicare. If that happens, I want the 12.4% that has been going towards Social Security that my taxes and employers have contributed to on my behalf for the past 14 and a half years. I want that back. Same thing goes for Medicare. And what's going to happen if people lose Social Security and Medicare? A lot of kids will go without health insurance. Low-income families on either side of the coin, whether you're a MAGA Republican, anti-MAGA, doesn't matter. You will suffer. And all of our senior citizens, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, some of our mothers and fathers, they will lose their checks and they will lose health care. What happens after that? If they die off because they have no money to live and they have no health care to get what they need to survive the last few good years that they should have, all the homes and properties that they occupy will be available for these real estate conglomerates to snatch up. Same thing happens if families end up having to move in with their senior citizen family members, or if they move those family members in with them. This is what they want. They want to dominate the market. They want to have complete control. And they don't care about you. Wake up. Here is why Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the rest of the Republicans don't care if deporting migrant farm workers and putting 25% tariffs on Canadian and Mexican imports affects your grocery bill, affects food production in the United States. They actually want it. The reason being, if there aren't people to work the fields and pick food, those fields will go fallow. Farmers will lose their investments. They will go bankrupt. And then who's there to buy up all of that land? Wake up.